2,000 meters. In lane 2 at the top of the screen is the Yale crew. Lane 3 is Cambridge in the white and green. Lane 4 is Oxford in the solid blue. And in lane 5 is the favorite, Harvard.
All the crews are off to a quick, clean start. This is the premier event. These are the heavyweight crews. The race is 2,000 meters or 1 1/4 miles. We're expecting a great performance from these heavyweights. These guys average between 180 and 220 pounds.
And the voices you hear are not the voices of the oarsmen, but the 9th member of the crew, the coxswains.
The coxswains weigh about half what the oarsmen weigh, and yet they're the onboard quarterback. They direct the crew.
These teams have over 300 years of competitions between them. Oxford and Cambridge have battled for 165 years, while Harvard and Yale have banged skulls for 144, going for number 145 on June 8th.
And this is why I think Harvard's the favorite. The crew looks perfectly synchronized, and we're seeing tremendous power come from their legs and lower bodies.
Go! Attack! Push! 44. Legs underway. Please, move it on Harvard. Keep the legs connected, guys. Keep the legs connected.
And as we move forward in the race, Harvard and Cambridge are locked in a great battle. Cambridge has moved out to about 1/3 of a boat-length lead, but 500 meters remaining.
This is where the coxswains come into play. They're going to have to drive the stroke rate up of their crew to sprint toward the finish, less than 90 seconds away.
And you talked about pacing the exertion, these last 500 meters being key. Where does the rest of the energy come from?
Well, as you can see, their feet are fixed to footholders, and they're driving with all their power. It's the equivalent of lifting 150 to 200 pounds 40 times a minute for the duration of the course.
And the coxswain becomes so important in these last 500 meters.
Well, these coxswains will say just about anything to get their men to work harder. He's got to get them to row higher than they have in the body of the race. They're all extremely fatigued at this point, but he's got to get that last little bit out of every ounce of their body.
So Cambridge in the final sprint has moved out to a half a boat-length lead.
It's at this point in the race where your field of vision narrows, your legs are burning, your arms are aching, and yet your coxswain's asking you to do more. I wonder if Harvard can do it.
Please, move it on Harvard. Keep the legs connected, guys. Keep the legs connected. 42. Punching together, guys. Punching.
So as they push toward that finish line, it looks like Cambridge has enough of a lead. And as you said, does Harvard have enough time and space to do anything about it?
Punching 3.5 back, guys. 3.5.
Cambridge rode more smoothly and a bit stronger all the way down the course. That's got them in this position as they come near the finish line.
So Harvard and Cambridge are well ahead of Yale and Oxford. And in the first ever competition between these 4 schools, Cambridge will hold on to make a statement for the Brits. And Cambridge will pick up 4 points with the win. Harvard right behind them with 3.
Right through to the finish. Right through. Punching 3.5.
Cambridge is gasping for air right now, but at the same time, they're feeling awfully good at their performance.
And Yale finishes 3rd, Oxford 4th. Here's another look from the finish line tower.
This is really an impressive victory by Cambridge. They were the stronger crew. They were the smoother rowing crew. They traveled all the way across the Atlantic, and they beat them in a borrowed boat. The first ever meeting of these 4 great rowing powers.
So as Cambridge heads back to the dock, we'll check the final results from the men's heavyweight 2,000 meters. Yale picks up 2 points, Oxford 1 point.